latest edition of ProApps. The app I want to talk about today is PDFpen for the iPad. PDFpen is from Smile Software. It is originally on the Mac, and so it has a Mac counterpart that we'll talk about how they stay in sync later. Smile Software is one of my absolute favorite developers in the world. They make the amazing app for the Mac called Text Expander, which allows you to build keyboard snippets of your most commonly used applications. Have you ever used Text Expander at all on the Mac?
I have not.
Well, it's great. Like, one of the ways I use it is you probably have like multiple signatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on mine I have two. I have a work signature and home.
Right.
So if I type in work SIG, like with no spacing, it does in my whole signature. If I type in H email, it's in my home email. WADDR, my work shipping address. And so you build those snippets across your computer. They work with any application, the web, email, all that. So it's great. It's great too. Like, if you, I get a lot of emails from vendors, and so like I have a pre-built response where I can just like throw in their name. It's good. So, but that's enough about Text Expander. It's a great app. If you've never used it, it's on the Mac. It's in the Mac App Store. But they make this great app for PDFs called PDFpen, which to me is the gold standard in PDFs. It just works, and it is better than Adobe's $500 application at a fraction of the cost. The standard edition is $59.99 and the Pro edition is $99.99. It's available on their website and from the Mac App Store. I would recommend the Mac App Store version of PDFpen, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. But you can basically do anything with PDFs you want. You can build PDFs, you can fill out PDFs, and it's very lightweight. It just works. Well, last week, or I believe 2 weeks ago, they released PDFpen for the iPad. It is $10. And my favorite part of it is it has iCloud syncing. And the reason you want to buy it from the Mac App Store is it has built-in iCloud syncing. If you have the non-Mac App Store version like I did, because it hasn't been out on the Mac App Store for long, you have to buy a $1 add-on called PDFpen Cloud Access from the Mac App Store, which allows your standalone version of PDFpen to work. And that in itself is pretty amazing that they were able to do that. I talked to some of the folks at Smile and said, what was the idea of giving it away for free versus charging $1 for it? Was it some sort of like tax issue or accounting issue? And they said it wasn't, but we just felt like that for $1, if you were really invested in PDFpen, it was worth $1 to you. And hands-on, it was worth $1 to me. Yeah. And so you literally can open a PDF on PDFpen on your Mac, click Save to iCloud, and when you open it up on your Mac or on your iPad, it'll just be there. If you delete it on your iPad, it's gone from your Mac. It just works. And this is where you're seeing the beauty of iCloud. And it's not in all of Apple's iCloud features, but it's when apps start taking advantage of it, and it literally just works. I've not seen a hiccup. It just works. And so PDFpen, you can edit PDFs. You can actually create them. If you're in real estate, you get a contract sent to you. You can open it in PDFpen from your email, sign it, send it back via email. Good to go. Never even need your Mac. You can also, once you finish the PDF, you can do a lot of different things with it. You can email it, send it to Dropbox, send it to another PDF app on your iPad. You can send it to Google Docs, send it to an FTP server. Really, the sky's the limit. At $10, it's probably one of the little bit more expensive PDF apps on the iPad. Yeah. But it's worth it. Smile sets the gold standards for Apple development, and they have for years. And I don't know. I just can't say enough about them. And one of the issues I run into often on the iPad is I work with some large PDFs. I'm talking 80 to 100 meg PDF files. I've been using Goodreader, and I really, really like Goodreader. But it did struggle for me under a big PDF file when I'm swiping. PDFpen, perfect, seamless, works great. You can annotate, you can do signatures, you can highlight really anything you want to do with PDF. Along with creating them from scratch. You can create them from scratch on the iPad. It'll be there on the Mac through iCloud, and it just works.
Okay, so let's say you don't have the app on your Mac, and you just got the iPad app. You can straight from there create and sign and send and all
absolutely,
that as well.
Absolutely, yeah. The Mac app is really just for the syncing, the benefit of it. Okay. But it will still back up via iCloud. So like if you did lose your iPad, you could get a new iPad and you reinstall it. It would download your PDFs. But yeah, it's completely it's not a standalone application. And you can pretty much do anything you want to do. And it's one of those apps. One of the things I'm trying to learn is to do things on my iPad and on my phone. So no longer I'm saying I'm going to do that when I get back to my computer.
Right.
And PDFpen was one of the apps that allows you to accomplish that. We're in the process of having our house on the market and looking for a new home. And so one of the things we're going to be doing a lot is signing documents via email. All that's done via email now. When I bought my first house 5 years ago, we had those stacks of paperwork, and they don't do that anymore. It's all done it's all digital now. And so if I get a real estate contract sent to me via email, I can sign that in PDFpen, send it back, never even touching a computer.
Okay. So anyone sends you a PDF, you open it up, you sign it, you send it back, and it's legal and binding.
And if you have your signature already on your computer, you can actually load that into PDFpen, so you don't have to keep signing your signature. You can actually, if you have a pre-built one, you can do that.
Okay.
Again, $10 in the App Store. No brainer if you're in business. PDF is kind of the standard. It's funny, when I was on Windows, I really used to hate PDFs, and then because you had to use Adobe Reader, and I just don't think it's a good program. It's very bloated, and I just don't think it's a good program. But then I got to the Mac, and then the Mac has it built in with the preview application where you can view them, and then you find PDFpen, and you're thinking, this is how an app's supposed to be built. And so if you have a Mac, it's great to pick it up on the Mac. But on the iPad, it's standalone. Again, it's just one of those apps that begins to help you live on your iPad more and more.
Yeah. Let's just turn this around a bit. Like, let's say I'm, a small business owner, and I'm out in the field, and I want to, have a template of a contract, and then have someone sign it. Can
Easy. Yeah, easy.
Okay, so you can apply it either way. You receiving documents that you can sign, or you bringing documents for people to sign.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they can sign it if they have an AirPrint compatible printer in their office. You can actually print it right there on the spot, or you can email it to them. It's just it's indispensable for a business owner, especially if you're out in Philadelphia. I can imagine if I was in real estate, this would be on my dock, on my iPad dock. It's just because that's the world you live in. It's PDFs and signatures and I have a lot of technical manuals I keep on my iPad that are quite large. I need to be able to get to them quickly, and PDFpen just works. And if I add a new one on my Mac, it's immediately on my iPad. Again, if someone emails you a PDF, you can then open it in PDFpen, and then it'll then save it to your iCloud account. And so maybe one day if they release an iPhone version, it would all stay in sync. Would be the idea. That, again, this is the iCloud integration of applications is you're really starting to see where it's just working.
Right. Yeah, and it's because I've seen people take like two different applications, two apps to try to accomplish the same thing. One where you like take a photo of a document and it converts it into a PDF. But there's no feature like that here. You're creating the document from the app itself, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, you're actually starting, and you can start with graph paper or a blank sheet, and actually create a document. You can insert, you can create text fields for somebody to actually type in there. But you could theoretically do that if you took, like let's say you took a picture document with your iPhone. So since it's got the strong camera, let it sync via photo stream. Then you could then load that. You could open that in PDFpen and then annotate on it because you can drop a picture in there.
Okay, so technically you could do that.
Technically you could. It's not ideal.
Right.
You're probably thinking of something like Jot Not Scanner, I guess, something like that.
Well, because this is what I used to do as a workaround. I would use something like where is it here? Like DocScan or Genius Scan. Take a picture and then. There's another app called Zosh, if you're familiar with that lets you open up a PDF and physically sign it and insert text in there as well and then email that. So sounds like this though is a much better compact solution.
It's again, it's the gold standard. I mean, I just can't say enough for Smile Software. It's one of those things. Like when you find a local service vendor in your town, like you're eating an air guy, and you just really get to where you trust them, and if they're saying something, and it's they put out quality products, they do quality service, and that's Smile Software for me. I actually have 2 Smile Software coffee mugs on my desk. That's how much I believe in them. They just make good. It's a small development firm out in San Francisco, and some of their employees are stationed around the country. They're very active on Twitter. And it's a total side topic. It's amazing to me the companies that are embracing Twitter for customer service. It's fantastic. I host some websites with Media Temple, and I had like a very simple question, and I did not want to call, I did not want to file a ticket. I just like wanted a 1 sentence answer. Asked them on Twitter, 30 seconds later, like a minute later, I got a response. It's just, there's so much to create customer engagement. That's a different story though.
Well, there you go, Smile. When we post this video, we'll tweet it out to you, and if you care to send us any swag, we'll have it on the show.
My coffee tastes better in their coffee mug. It just does.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll look at some screenshots from this app. Okay? Ready.
All right. So you see the PDFpen icon down here in the bottom right. I'm not thrilled with the icon, but I guess it works. So we'll click on that. I've got quit out all my personal documents in there. All you can see is the instruction manual. So I like how it's laid out in a grid view where you can get a good sample of each thing you have. So you got the plus button where you could copy from various sources. I do like that they have Dropbox and Google Docs in there. That's very handy. Again, iCloud syncing as well. Your iCloud documents would just appear manually or automatically. You can create different types of documents: blank, lined, graph. You've got settings. You can set your fonts, things like that. Turn on and off iCloud. Then you can edit, and you could delete something or email it or all kinds of stuff. So we'll just click on this document. Again, just super fast swiping through. If you can hit this little button here, and it brings up a little tray that shows you all the pages in there. You can see that again to see a grid view of all the pages in that one app. So let's say I wanted to annotate this. I'll come up here to the pencil button, get a markup tool, and I can circle that. I can highlight. You can change colors down here. Just very full featured, very smooth, easy to use. You can drop in different objects and media. So again, you can load in preset snippets. So if you said like you built one that says correct spelling, you could drop that in. And so again, you can just edit them. And then when you're done, you hit the little wrench. You can print it if you have an AirPrint compatible printer. You can share it, again, email, open in, which that will allow you to send that to other apps on your iPad that can handle PDFs and copy it to various options: iTunes, iDisk, WebDAV, Dropbox, Evernote, FTP, and Google Docs. So email is probably the one we'll most use. Then you can send an annotated PDF or a printable PDF. Most of the time you will email a printable PDF. You can read the differences there. And then you'll send that, and then there it is. You can see it's attached in there, and then you could simply just send that to whoever you wanted. Oops, didn't want me to save the draft. Okay, let's create a new one. Let's create a new one. Just show you how simple it is. I'm not going to take a lot of time doing that. Let's say I just was doing. You can obviously do different things. We'll just call this a real estate contract. I'll say pretend this was me selling my house. And I want to create just a signature box here that I could, for a place for somebody to sign. Again, if someone sent you one, this is how you could easily sign it. It's using the pencil tool. And then I'll go back to my documents, and you can see that it's actually syncing up to iCloud right now. You see the arrow right there. That means it's going to iCloud. So if I open up my computer at home right now, the document will actually be there. And so then I could actually send that, share, email document, really anything I wanted from there. Again, very easy to delete documents, and they're gone. So again, that's PDFpen, just a really great app for a great bargain at $9.99.